What's up, badass Black Desert Mobile fans? Today's video is a special one. I had the chance and honor to interview SandmanXXX, who is a top CP player on the Kaia server. He is, as of a few days ago, before the recent update, 21,000 CP, so he is a heavy hitter. He is one of the top CP players in all of the North America region. He is the top CP player on Kaia server. We are going to take a peek at his gear. He did send me screenshots of all of his goodies, as well as I asked him a couple questions about, his play style and a little bit about him himself. And we're going to take a look at that, a little bit of an interview. He didn't have a chance to record it by voice, so over the past week or so, we did get that done via Discord, and I gave him some questions, and he did answer them. If this is your first time on my channel, be sure to check out the description down below for additional badass Black Desert Mobile content. You won't be disappointed. Alright, so SandmanXXX, he is on the Kaia server. As you can see here, he is rocking 6 pink gear. He does have a bunch of red accessories. Obviously, he is, I don't want to, down credit him. He's a pay-to-win player. Obviously, he put some money into the game. Well, I did not ask him how much he spends on the game. I feel like that's a disrespectful question to ask people, so I didn't ask it, and I doubt he would have answered it anyways. I do know that he is a heavy hitter. You can see here. He's got +7 on his weapons and his armor. It looks like his shoes, helmet, and boots and armor are rocking +7 as well. So that is, he's getting that resonance. As far as his accessories, it looks like he's got +6s. He's rocking some Dark Chaser accessories there. He's got +6s. His totems +7. His alchemy stones +9, his emblems 30. He's got some red relics at +3. We're going to take a look at his stats as well as his CP as well. He is a heavy hitter. For his black spirit level is 257. Mine is not even at 200 yet. It should be if I would play the game a little bit more consistent, but it's at 257. His rift stones at level 95. His Black Spirit runes 250. His knowledge is 3,646. His boss knowledge is 2132, and his Hadum knowledge is 158. So he is a big dog. He's not somebody you want to come across in any situation. PvP, arenas, remoteness, open battlefield, Black Sun. You see this man, you stay away. Alright, so that's his setup. As far as his stats go, you can see them right here. His base family CP, as well as his base character CP. So you can see where he's at for stats, so you maybe can compare them a little bit to your own. His Rift Stone, like we said, he's getting 940 CP off of that. That is 310 above average. Passive skills, nothing too crazy there. His knowledge is a bit hefty. That boss knowledge is a lot of CP that he's getting from that. So he's getting 3,646 CP from his knowledge alone. 2,132 of that is coming from boss knowledge. 979 from general knowledge. Total boss knowledge is given another 377, and then Hadum knowledge level reward is 158. His pet, 108. His pet album, 471. Collections, 151. That's all pretty standard. Like, as far as collection, anybody can get that, really. His alchemy stone, 320. His crystals, 1,206. His enchants, a little under 900. His totem is giving him 350. His glyphs is 551, so he's got some nice glyphs, which we will check out. He did give me screenshots of those as well. Extra benefits, his bonus effects is 800. Gear enhancement resonance 384. Accessory resonance 16. And accessory grade resonance 176. Again, shout out to him, the Sandman. Thank you so much for collaborating with me, getting me this info, and letting me show everybody out there what it looks like to have 21,000 CP. Now, as of this recent update, I'm about 14,500. I am a free-to-play player. I do know that there's some free-to-play players that are about 16,000. I want to say 16, maybe there's very, very few that are at 17,000 if you have some solid RNG and you've been playing consistently, doing everything in the game since day one. Maybe there's a few at 17,000 CP tops. So 21,000 CP is a hefty CP number. Let's take a peek at his crystals. For his boots, he is rocking Cerit, both 2 Cerits and 1 Lebrev, 35 AP and DP with that 6% Cerit, and then the 33, and then his bottom one is Lebrev at 34 and 34. That is for his boots. His armor, he's got 2 AALs and another Cerit. and plus 35 on the AP and DP on the AAL for both of his AAL ones. And then he's got a 33 on his Serret down there. For his weapon, he is rocking 3 Lebrevs on his weapon, plus 34, plus 33, and then a plus 32 on the stats for those. For his main hand weapon, his greatsword, he's got a Serret and then 2 Ahibs, a plus 34, a plus 35, and then a plus 33. So he's getting a lot of CP from these pink crystals. Definitely something you want to be going for. Taking a step back real quick, I did miss this screen. His CP breakdown for some more of his stats there. You can see his all equipment. He's getting 9,391 CP from his gear and from his equipment, and 4,378 of that is from his gear. A little under 800 from his accessories. A little under 800 for his relic. Alchemy stone, we did cover that. 320 crystals at 1,200. Character stats is 1,352. His skill training level is 184. Black Spirit's giving him 2,214 CP for being at that 250 range for his Black Spirit level, so that is very nice. Black Spirit runes, another 250, and then his Light Stones is 180. So that's his additional stats. His Alchemy Stones, he's got that at plus 9, so a solid plus 9, which is giving him plus 6 on his Gear Amplify Enhancement level. PvP damage dealt and received is plus 8 and negative 8, and then he's getting 160 AP and 160 DP from that bad boy. As far as his enchants, his boots, he has movement speed and then AP and DP for his enchants, a plus 31 and a plus 35. His gloves, he has HP on his gloves, which is very smart because the gloves you can't, if your branch damages are maxed, there's really no AP or DP option there, so HP is definitely the way to go. He does have a plus 100 and a plus 70 as well as a plus 35 AP and a plus 33 DP. His armor, he's got the stats DP for the top, that's the route to go there for the armor. For the chest piece, and then at plus 31 and a plus 35 AP and DP at the bottom down there. His helmet, he's got HP again, great option, plus 65 and plus 70, and then for AP and DP, plus 35 and plus 34. For his weapon, he's got DP on the weapon, so you can go AP on the weapon. He's got DP there, so plus 18 and plus 16, and then for the bottom stats, a plus 31 and a plus 36. And then for his great sword, he goes for AP, a plus 17. And then for the bottom two ones, he has a plus 32 and a plus 32 for each. So he is pretty hefty for his enchants. We did see that he was getting a decent amount of CP from his enchants over there. As far as his overall stats, you can see that his crit chance is maxed at 35%, his crit hit damage is at 215%, attack speed at 20%, movement speed at 20%, his max HP is at 20,315. That is hefty. I'm at like a little under 16,000 HP on my character. As far as his branch damages, he is rocking 50% AL, 50% Serret, 55.4% Ahib, and then 46% Lebrev. He's almost got them all maxed. A little bit tweaking there, and he might be able to get the Lebrev maxed as well. So his branch damages are very nice. He is rocking that Berserker, so he is a DPS focused class. He is very hefty. You don't want to, obviously play with him if you can. His knowledge, he is rocking there's some of his knowledge. He doesn't have it all maxed, but again, the new territory did just come out, so not everybody's going to be maxed initially unless you went ham the first day. So that's his general knowledge. His Hadum knowledge, or his boss knowledge, he's at, you can see here, total boss knowledge, 3650, or 3649 out of 3650. And then his levels are maxed for his bosses, so at 100, which is where this was at. Maybe at 150. I don't think it would be at 150. Probably 100. Maybe he has it at 150 already. It is possible, actually. And then his boss, 31 out of 31. For his Hadum knowledge, he's at 85%, 441 out of 515, so he's not quite maxed on that yet. He does have a little bit more work to do, but 85%. I'm at like 50% for mine, so he is doing that very nice. He's getting a lot of CP from there. So I did ask him 10 questions. I didn't go too much into detail, just some general knowledge about him and about his history with BDM and maybe some tips and tricks. The first question was, how long have you been playing Black Desert Mobile? And he did say that he's been playing BDM since release day, so that would be December 11th of last year, well, the year before, so 2019 is when the game came out. The next question was, how long have you been playing MMOs? And he said, I've been playing MMOs since the 1990s, and I have played most of them. PC at first, of course, mobile over the last 5 years. Asked him what his favorite part of Black Desert Mobile is, and he said, other than a cool game, my favorite part of BDM is that there are constant updates. A big failure of many mobile games are the lack of updates to keep gamers interested in playing. And this is very true for those of us that have played other mobile MMOs or just other mobile games in general. Lack of updates really keeps us uninterested, especially if you don't get an update for a month or 2 or 3 even. So having an update every week, now that we're back to every week, even every bi-weekly wasn't too bad, but every week updates, giving us a little something new every week to focus on. Add CP, work on something to increase your stats on your character is very nice. The next question I asked him is, what class are you currently playing, and what class have you played in the past since the game's been out for a little over a year and a few months? And he said he's played the warrior class. Essentially, he's been a warrior for life. The berserker has been fun to play with the two-hand greatsword, adding tons of damage. He's played all the other classes, but only small amounts for the family CP, so his main class has been the warrior pretty much the entire time. The next question I asked him is, what do you do daily in Black Desert Mobile? How many hours do you put into it? What does a day look like for somebody who's a big dog like yourself? And he said, daily I try to do all the guild quests, Black Spirit quests, and all other dailies such as world bosses, remoteness, bounty missions, weekly event quests, and the weekly Black Sun events. He probably spends 2 to 3 hours online daily and about 15 hours on AFK auto. Since he works 60 to 80 hours a week, this fits perfectly into his already busy life. So he does manage to find 2 to 3 hours to get his daily stuff done per day, and then other than that, he is AFK auto farming. He does try to do remoteness daily. Arena is sparse due to not many people in the queue, which does make sense. So he does get his remoteness done daily. Arena, he probably queues up here and there, and if he can't find somebody, he backs out. Merchantry has slowed down for him. He used to do it daily, but it's probably 2 to 3 times per week now. If or when they add auto merchantry, then it would be daily. And auto merchantry is something they have on Korea server. Hopefully they bring it to us here. If they don't, it's a sad day. I personally haven't been doing merchantry myself. Once they add that, I will start to do it because obviously I don't actually have to waste 20 to 30 to 45 minutes inside of merchantry. For those that don't know the demographics of the kaia server, SandmanXXX is part of the Stark Naked Guild, which is the top guild on the kaia server. Arguably the top guild in North America. Probably the only guild that gives them a run for their money is the Obsidian Guild on the Medea server, which is where I originally came from. I asked him what his role looked like and if he enjoyed the guild, etc. He said he agrees that Stark Naked is the best guild. His role in the guild is to just be himself, which is to be a badass warrior. Ars and Motherfucker is the guild leader, and he does an excellent job in running the guild. It is very nice to play in a well-oiled machine like Stark Naked and not having to worry about all the drama and work it takes to run a guild. All the officers have been there since the beginning, and all of them also do a kick-ass job in making that guild great. So, one big thing in a lot of guilds is the leadership, and you can tell a guild that is a fine-tuned machine is by their leadership. Are they making sure their guild is staying at full top notch as far as members? People quit here and there, even in top guilds, people quit. So you got to constantly be recruiting other top players. You know that when they do a siege war and a node wars, that they're going to have good attendance and they're going to have high CP players, so that they're not going to be beat 99% of the time, unless like the number 2 and number 3 guild tag team them. And even then, it's probably not going to work out in their favor. So congrats to that guild. Good job for them. The next one is give some tips and tricks for maybe some newer players or even some veteran players playing Black Desert Mobile. And he said the number one tip for any new player or veteran player is to do all the boss rushes you can possibly do or afford. Boss rush knowledge grants a ton of CP/HP, and I do know that a lot of pay-to-win players and even small dolphins, mini whales if you want to say, when Black Desert Mobile offers the hot deals, the super hot deals, I guess they call them. One of those super hot deals is sometimes boss stamps, and that's mainly the one that people purchase. They typically don't purchase RNG. There's no RNG to boss knowledge. You do your knowledge, you get CP. It's one here and there, but it adds up, as you can see by all the CP he got from his boss knowledge. So he was like 3,500, I want to say roughly. But either way, it's a ton of CP. You definitely want to make sure you do that boss knowledge. And if you plan on spending money, I would recommend spending that money towards the boss stamps because they are not RNG. I wouldn't typically buy ancient coins or anything that has RNG tied to it. that is the full interview with Sandman. That was all of his stats and gear. Shout out to him again. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this video and to get a little bit of a glimpse at somebody who is 21,000 CP. Again, he is a big dog. He is on the Kaia server. I did try to get a couple other people to interview that were a high CP. He was the only one that reached back to me and said he would do that. So thank you so much, Sandman. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video into life to see what it looks like to be 21,000 CP. I was kind of curious myself to see his gear, and he wasn't shy. He said, sure, I'll send it right over. I asked other people, and they said they didn't want to show us their gear and their stats. They were a little hesitant. So thank you again to SandmanXXX. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of a glimpse into that. If you've enjoyed the video, be sure to smash the like button on the way out. And with that being said, I will see you next time.